there, NoRo students. Today we're going to do the first of a few digital hygiene lessons. Digital hygiene is a term you maybe haven't heard of, but it's how to gain control and make things nice and orderly in things such as your email, Google Classroom, your calendar. So today we're going to start by learning how to use your Google Calendar as a school agenda or a life agenda. You will find many TikToks out there for students who really kind of get into this, but we're going to keep it basic and simple. So we're going to have you start by going into Google Classroom, and here you will see that's all your classrooms. And when your teacher posts homework in Google Classroom, you maybe don't know this, but it does show up in your Google Calendar. So I want you to take a look at any particular class. Click on any class, and I want you to notice here, and then on the right top says Google Calendar, and then on the left is Google Calendar. So it appears in two separate places. This is when you're in a classroom. So go ahead and click on Google Calendar. And here you will see if your teacher does post homework, it's going to show up in here. So we're going to take a look at an example. So Monday, December 1st, a chemistry lab. Now this teacher posted it to be due at the exact time that your class starts. But many teachers don't do it that way, and some of them just do it so it shows up at the top, and I'm going to show you how that works. So when your teacher posts in Google Classroom, it does show up in your calendar. So let's go to the left and let's scroll down to where it says My Calendars. And I want you to take a look and see, are there any calendars that you no longer need? Sometimes a teacher forgets to archive a classroom, so the calendar remains there. Or sometimes you're in a club or a sport and they have a calendar and then you're no longer in there. So you can go and you can hide the calendars by clicking on the three little dots and clicking Hide from the List. So take a moment and go look at your calendars and see which ones you no longer need to see. That way, you don't have all of these calendars on there flooding up your calendar. So let's take a look and see next about how we color code. Let's take a look here at my calendar, and you can see that I have color coded my personal things in purple. I made North Royalton School District in gold and the high school in blue. And notice when I click off, the blue goes away or the gold goes away. Now you can color code. And that's what I want you to do, is I want you to play around with your Google Classrooms, and I want you to color code for each class so that you start to visually recognize on your calendar when you see a lot of purple, that could mean math class or whatever color you choose. So how do you change the color? You click on the three dots and here pops up a lot of the colors. You could even go crazy and add a hex number here. There are tons of hex numbers out there, and I will link it for you so that you could even make your calendar pastel if you wanted to make it pastel, and by typing in different numbers here, because each color has a different hex code. So let's take a look at the district calendar, and let me change that to, let's say, green. I don't like green. Change it to red. I definitely don't like red. So I'm going to go back and put it as banana. Now banana is hard to read. So play around with your calendars and give each one of your calendars or your classrooms a different color. So we're going to give you a few moments to do that. So as a recap, while you're catching up, if you need to catch up, we're going to have you hide any calendars that you no longer want to see by clicking on the three dots, Hide from the List. And then we're going to have you color code your remaining calendars also by clicking on the three dots and changing the colors for each calendar, for each class. All right. So while you're catching up and doing that, I am going to show you how to do a few more things in your calendar. I'm going to hide all of my calendars here so that it's blank. So here you can see I pretended like I'm a student in the chemistry class, and you can see my chem homework is here. And then English is To Kill a Mockingbird. Well, let's say you're going to have a test on To Kill a Mockingbird on Friday, and you want to get together with a couple classmates the night before, and you want to study. So you want to click on that date, and you go over here to the Create button, and you can call it Study Group for To Kill a Mockingbird Test. And obviously you got school that day, so you're probably not going to be meeting until the evening. Let's pick 7 o'clock to 8:20. And then you can even invite some people there, but you just want to do this right now to block off your schedule. So what you have here is something called time blocking. There's lots of TikToks and things out there of kids who are really into time management, and they love to block time, because when you block time, it gives you a really a good visual of what your day might look like. So let's say you work at Dunkin' from 3 p.m. to 6:45, just in time to get to your study group. And here's that. And you can time block. Well, let's say that you don't want a time block, that you just want a reminder, like as a to-do list. And this is where Google Calendar comes in handy as an agenda. It can be your to-do list for everything that you have going on. Let's say you don't like time blocking, it's too much effort to have to type in the hours and the times. You don't have to type in the times. You can simply go up here and click all day. So now what happens is it just appears at the top of your day as a reminder. So instead of, so here we could do 7 p.m. to 8:20 p.m. And we're going to do all day. So instead of time blocking, you're just doing a to-do list. So there are two different ways. You can kind of get on board with time blocking if you choose, but right now we'll just do all day. A lot of your teachers, when they post your homework, they post it as all day because they have multiple classes that meet at different times, so they don't bother really to put the time, but you obviously know it's due by the time you go to class. So this is kind of how you can either do time blocking or you can do all day. Let's do one more example. So now we're going to take another example where you want to create a reminder for yourself that lasts more than one occasion. So let's say you and your friend bet on the Steelers and Browns game, and you're a Steelers fan and you lost, and the Browns beat the Steelers, and now you have to get him Dunkin', probably with your employee discount, every Friday for the next month. So you want to go on here and you want to do every Friday. Actually, you do want it to repeat. We'll go down here to custom, and you want it to repeat every Friday, and you want it to end. So here's 1 Friday, 2, 3. You told him you would do it for the month, so it's going to end there. And you want to have it be either all day as a reminder, or you know that school starts at 7 a.m., so we'll just do 7 a.m. to 7:15. And we're going to save that. So let's take a look. Dunkin' shows up here, and here, and here, and here. So that's another example how you can do a repeated reminder for yourself. You can go crazy with this, but we just want to do real simple for today. So as a recap, we want to get rid of or hide any calendars that we no longer need, color code our calendars the way we would like, and play around with using Google Calendar as your agenda and typing in reminders for yourself.
This is the really cool part. You want to go to the App Store on your phone, and you want to look up Google Calendar. You can see when I pull it up, I don't need to download it because I already have it, but download Google Calendar onto your phone. See, there's Google Calendar right there. But that doesn't mean it's synced up with your NR apps. So then you go to your settings. Now, wherever you find your calendar might be different. I found mine under apps. And you notice I have 5 email accounts, but go and look at your NR apps account and make sure that these green are checked on. Otherwise, you're not going to get your homework on your phone through your Google Calendar. Toggle that on, and now voila, on your phone, you have your homework in list form anytime you need it. And if you double click on or click longer on the Google Calendar app, you can display it different ways. And then look at scrolling through, this would be all of your homework. So whenever you're like, I don't know what I have for homework, there it is on your phone in your Google Calendar.